What is up, YouTube? Brady here. I'm so stoked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna bring you my review of the Venom #2 trailer. This one, well, first off, I'm a huge Tom Hardy fan. First off, like I've seen him in Warrior. He's great in that. He was really good as Bane. This Means War. I haven't seen Bronson or Twin Peaks. I need to watch that. I even seen him in his younger days where he played in an episode of Band of Brothers. HBO War series. Definitely, that's a great series. Check that out. But like the first thought of the first trailer, obviously everyone was just so much like in disarray and disappointed, and just like not doing that. Not doing it, but obviously it was a sneak peek kind of trailer. The #2 trailer everyone's talking about a bit more. We actually see him as Venom, like taking the Venom symbiote. I know there's a big on YouTube, or not YouTube, the internet. There's a big thing going on for that right now. Her like argument. It's like symbiote this all years, now they're turned to symbiote. So I'm like, well, obviously that's, they're taking a different toll with it because it's not gonna quite go with the actual storyline. Go step by step through the trailer. You see him. He seems like a really good guy, as the, Venom. When you see him as the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's 2000s when I was a kid, like, you see him as, like, this cold-hearted guy, thinks he's doing the right thing. He's gone wrong, does the wrong things, turns into Venom. We all know how that turned out, everything like that. So, and that one kind of follows the traditional storyline of Spider-Man gets Venom's symbiote first, and then gets off of him, goes on to Eddie Brock. This one kind of looks like Eddie Brock is doing an investigation on this Life Foundation, which is not an evil foundation name, obviously. It sounds pretty normal. And then sees the testing of what's going on and things like that. And then looks like he gets infected. We don't know exactly how. I think the woman jumps on him. And that leads me up to my other one. You see scenes in the trailer of the symbiotes, and you see several of them. I'm a big fan of Easter eggs, first of all. And one of the one of the things that people, let me go backwards a little bit. One of the things people like with the first Eddie Brock and Tobey Maguire one was he's skinny, scrawny. Venom was more bulkier, dude. I think Tom Hardy does a good balance of both of the nerdy. Obviously, we don't see a lot of the nerdy one, but you see him as nerdy, but he is known to be a buffer dude. And you see him through the trailer kind of get a bit bigger, I think. But, like, I think he starts out to be a little bit smaller and then gets a little bit bigger. I think they did kind of well on that one. But back to the symbiotes. I'm a big fan of Easter egg in that, and I'm sure you've seen online of other people. They have broke it down screen by screen. That's what I did yesterday. I spent like a good almost 30 minutes or more looking at this few-minute trailer. At least that's what it seemed like. And I was like, broke it down scene by scene because I saw some on Instagram that kind of struck my eye about other symbiotes. Obviously Tom Hardy leaked a photo and then took it down later that day. I'm not sure how long ago, on his Twitter, about him and a art with Carnage. I believe Carnage does make an appearance in the movie. However, if they do it somewhat like the comic books, I think he's more of a end of the movie slash, how should I say this? At the end of the credits teaser, you know what I'm saying, to the next one. If they do a next one, I believe that's where he's going to come into play. Or you kind of see him in the background, but you never really see him throughout the movie. I think towards the end of the movie really follows the storyline. Anything like it. I can't see Sony veering off of the comic book that much. But going back to, and Peter Parker does, Holland does make a appearance just as Peter Parker in the movie, as what I've looked and done some research. So that's good. I kind of like that. Some people are up in arms like, oh, it's not following the comic book exactly. And I'm like, if you look at the comic book exactly, that basically Venom is an anti-hero, but they're showing us more of a good guy in this one. That's what I kind of like about it. But back to the symbiotes. I'm a big fan of Easter eggs, like I said. If you break it down frame by frame, you see a couple different symbiotes. And one of them is kind of struck my eye a little bit. It's either, I believe it's Scream or Toxin, or maybe two of both. Don't know if they make an actual appearance or if it's a smaller appearance at the beginning and then they veer off from them and then make you forget about them and then come back in a later movie. But like Anti-Venom, from the comics, if you look at him, comes from Venom after he attaches to someone else after Eddie Brock. Or that guy turns into Venom, and then Venom finds Eddie Brock and then tries to latch on, and then Anti-Venom shows up from the symbiote that's still left in Eddie Brock. So, anywho, obviously he's not going to make it a play, but Toxin or Scream, I believe you even see like some of them in the trailer. I believe you see Scream in the trailer, but not really taking the form of Scream just yet. But I'm really, really excited. I think there's another one I'm missing that I'm like not thinking about, but there's so many different Venoms through the comic books, but that I'm really, really psyched for. But all in all, it comes out in October. I expect them to make like maybe another 1 or 2 trailers, but I believe the general consensus is that people are on the fence about it. I personally, myself, kind of, sort of, call me a fanboy of Tom Hardy. I mean, I think he does a fairly good job. A lot of people are picking on his accent. I was like, Sony is not, no one is ever going to do completely like how the comic books are going to do. First off, because some people are going to say, well, I don't like how the comic books did it, and then I'm going to do it my way. It's just a veer off of that, so you can compare the two, but compare it to a point. Like, that's how I kind of look at it. I personally like the Venom story as itself, apart from being from Spider-Man. I know in the comic books that's how he comes to be and things like that. Really, really excited for Carnage. I think if you go up on the internet, you'll see who they've possibly done. One of the things I like Tom Hardy, am a fan of him, but how I kind of don't like, though, is that how, yes, DC and Marvel are 2 separate universes, but it's just like if you're going to play one villain, you're going to go off to another one, like another universe, and just do all that. And I think it's kind of weird. I don't know if I got to look at other Marvel ones, but it says in associates of Marvel. So I wonder if he's kind of a separate entity, but still part of Marvel type thing. We'll see. But I'm really, really excited. Everyone, let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. Give me your take on it. What's some stuff that you saw that maybe I didn't see that I didn't mention? You want to see a follow-up on that. Please let me know. Like, subscribe, share it. Click that bell for notifications when I do post something. I probably will post something in the next day or two about... I'm thinking about maybe doing some more tech or, maybe doing some kayaking this week. So let me know what you want to see. I'll see you all later.